Hey everybody, welcome back to the Shacknews E3 live stream brought to you by HyperX. We are once again live at the E3 Esports Zone brought to you by SubNation. I am your host for the moment, Long Reads editor David L. Craddock. I am joined by my co-host Blake Morse, reviews editor at Shacknews. And we paid 25 cents each for Aaron Wade, head of PR at Arcade1Up, to be here. Aaron, thank you very much for joining us.
Oh, thank you for having me. And I was an expensive buy, right?
Oh, you totally were. But free continues. We're on free play now. I know that your big announcement is 2 new cabinets, and the first of which, Blake is going to geek out about the second one in a minute here. But like I was telling you before we went live, the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is one of my favorite arcade games of all time. So I wonder if first we could set the stage. I wonder if you could tell me the story of how Arcade1Up got started, and then how you got hold of these 2 new cabinets for us.
100%. So Arcade1Up is your affordable at-home arcade system. So basically what it was birthed out of a plug-and-play machine that our CEO, Scott Bacharach, bought just to kind of play one night with his kids and his partner. And, you know, he played with it. He had a great time for a couple of hours, and it kind of sat just in his house. One day he was like, you know what, maybe I'll take this to work. He was in the toy industry, and he was like, maybe I'll leave it on my desk and see if it inspires anything. Everybody in the office came up and they talked to him about, you know, retro video games and what they meant to them. And he couldn't figure out what was missing from this plug and play machine. And eventually it dawned on the team, it was wood and joysticks and buttons. It was that arcade experience.
Authenticity.
Authenticity, yeah. It's very, very, a tactile experience when you get into the arcade. All the sounds, the lights, the smells, all of that was part of it. And that's where Arcade1Up was born, was they wanted to put essentially a plug-and-play machine into a cabinet. And when we fast forward through all of the development and all of that, they figured out the best way to do this is to go with licensors and try to bring back the games as close as possible as they could in that real experience. So that's what Arcade1Up did. Now, when they were designing these cabinets, they found that there were 3 major issues that prevented people from really owning an arcade cabinet. The first is size. They're big, they're over 6 feet tall. Second is their weight. They weigh about 300 pounds. And the third is the cost. They cost about anywhere from $1,500 to $3,000 depending.
Little kid me would have had to deliver a lot more newspapers to afford a
Exactly.
Yeah.
So instead of, you know, bugging your buddies to haul something upstairs and everything, Scott and his team really went about figuring out a way to bring that experience home. And what they designed was a lightweight, a little bit smaller cabinet. So our cabinet's about 3/4 of the size, and it weighs about 60 pounds. And the best part is, the price for our cabinet starts at about $300.
Yeah.
So a lot cheaper than that $1,500, right?
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like honestly,
Excellent.
that's about like what you would pay for a really, really low-end arcade cabinet, and you'd still have to pay the money to like haul it in a truck and get some people to help you lift it into wherever you're putting it, because you probably didn't, or you know, you might not have any friends to help you. But the other thing is yeah, you're only getting one game.
You only get one game. On Arcade1Up, all of our cabinets come with at least 2 and up to 4. So the 2 new cabinets that we released, you alluded, the first one was Ninja Turtles. So that comes with the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and it also comes with Turtle in Time. And it's a really simple switch between the 2 games, and because, you know, they were related when they were designed, the controls work the way that they were meant to when you got them.
I think that's the beauty of it, because, you know, I bought the NES port as a kid, but that was only 2-player. As soon as I saw your promo with the announcement and saw all 4 arcade sticks there with the color buttons and everything, I thought, man, this is just like it should be.
Yeah, and we're very excited about this. This is our first 4-player game.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So Blake, you're a big Marvel superheroes fan, the property, but also the arcade game specifically.
Oh my goodness! Like, part of me wants to hug you, part of me wants to kiss you. I'm just gonna say thank you.
I appreciate that. We can hug after.
All right, yeah, we'll hug it out after. There will be some crying. But X-Men: Children of the Atom, one of my all-time favorite fighting games. Extremely rare, very hard to come by. Like, if I want to buy a home copy on Dreamcast, it's gonna cost me an arm and a leg.
Yeah.
Also, the Punisher game. Like, you never see that anywhere.
Children of the Atom holds a special place in my heart. It came out in that same era as, you know, the animated series for X-Men, and I'm sure we're all around the same age, so that was our Saturday morning, right? And to be able to go and live that in the arcade, like, I didn't want to leave. My mom, honestly, when I played it this morning, I could hear her yelling in the background, Aaron, let's go, let's get out of this mall now.
Absolutely, our people tell the same story, essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah, but one of the things that really impresses me about all the one-up arcade cabinets is you guys get some pretty rare games that you don't see anymore anywhere. You know, like Strider and 1944, and like, you know, I have the Rampage cabinet at my place, and when I saw that, I was like, okay, like, take my money, here you go.
So there are two reasons for that. One, we listen to our community. So Ninja Turtles and the Marvel Superheroes cabinet both came from our community. They were the ones that they voted on to want. Like that, they requested them from us. So we dove in and made sure that we got those. The second part of it is, for our first lineup, is we have great licensing partners. So whether or not it's Capcom, Disney, Nickelodeon, whoever, they are just as instrumental to our success as our internal team.
That's awesome. Now, I'm curious on the Ninja Turtles cabinet. Is it the original artwork on the side with that
for the Marvel
burned out April O'Neil?
It is. It is definitely that original artwork, and I looked at it this morning, and there is nothing more early 90s than that haircut.
Yes, it is. I mean, I remember it all these years later. You know, like, it's just so iconic. Like like you guys really nailed the design of these things, and I love it.
Yeah, 100%. And like I said, it's all about fitting it into your home. The other thing that we have that's a design feature is we've now offered fully licensed risers, so they fit in with the cabinet that you're buying. So our cabinets stand at 4 feet, so they're a little bit short for you to stand at and play. So if you want to sit, you can. We have stools that you can get. Or you can buy these risers and it takes the deck up to the level that it should be, so you can stand and play and have that real arcade experience.
That's awesome. Now, David, I'm curious, who's your favorite Ninja Turtle? Who do you play as?
Raphael. I'll tell you why. Because, you know, you can do the special move by pressing jump and attack. It's a one-hit kill, not with Raphael, but he has that rolling kick. So it's a good way to, like, get out of a herd of foot soldiers. Otherwise, I got to go with Donatello or Leonardo for the range.
Nice. Well, you're the bad boy of Shacknews.
I am.
So you have to play as Raphael.
Have that attitude.
Yeah.
You know, like Raphael.
But
I want to ask you, Aaron, about your booth setup, Arcade1Up's booth setup here at the show. Because you have kind of a special attraction at the booth.
We do have a special attraction. So we have a 16-foot Marvel Superheroes cabinet at our booth. Now, when you say 16-foot like cabinet, you kind of assume, oh, it's just there for show. It's fully playable. You can get in line, go up, press start, and then start kicking the crap out of each other. It's the fully functional game.
Wow. You know, if we were attacked by giants, I think if we rolled that out, it might save the world.
It might. I don't know. But who would win there? Like, is it like the giants are playing us, or are we trying to bait them? I feel like they'll have an advantage. They got bigger hands.
I think we let the giant win.
You let the giant win?
Yeah, I think that's the way to go.
That's the way to go?
Hopefully they just stay entertained. We're like, nah, keep the cabinet. Don't destroy society. It's totally cool.
Take this cabinet.
Just play some arcade games, bro. Chillax.
But it is a very cool cabinet, and it's one of the largest in the world. And we're looking into kind of getting it certified to find out if it is the largest.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And is that going to be going on tour or anything? Are people going to be able to experience that outside of E3?
As of right now, we are looking at our different options. We haven't decided on anything, but if all goes according to plan, yes, we will have it, you know, in different spots and be doing different things with it.
Very cool.
So I'm curious. Since Arcade1Up's catalog continues to grow, what are some of your favorite machines and your favorite games that you guys have on offer?
Oh, see, Children of the Atom was really like my game as a kid.
Right.
And with all of the licensing partners that we've already worked with, so Capcom, Atari, Namco, Kiyama. Sorry, tongue-tied there.
Yes.
We're expanding our library and talking to them about basically what the community wants. So it's not what I want. I'm going to flip the question back on you guys. What do you want?
Oh man, I want a 6-player X-Men cab. I want that Konami 6-player cab. Like,
this is a demand that I've heard quite a few times today.
And if you pulled it off, I'd be amazed, because there's got to be a lot of technical issues to making something like that.
Oh, you never know.
I never know. I can dream. I'm dreaming.
And hopefully dreams become realities.
Fingers crossed, David. What's your?
I think now that you've kind of kicked the door wide open for games with more than 2 players, if I'm dreaming here, The Simpsons, NBA Jam, and NFL Blitz. More of those games that you just saw the crowds around in the arcade, and that you could play with or against your buddies. It was so much fun.
Well, guys, keep your ears to the ground. We've got lots coming in the future, and we're going to keep pushing it out there.
Excellent, excellent. So I was kind of
apartment.
yeah, Blake's going to have to get a second apartment just for his arcade.
Well, and that's the purpose of Arcade1Up. It's meant for people that want to build that arcade experience, that want to show off their cabinets.
So I'm kind of curious how branding works. For example, all of your games have more than one game. How do you decide which game to model the cabinet after?
Honestly, it's kind of based on the popularity of the games. So we kind of look at the community and say, what are they asking for? So for something like Marvel Superheroes, that was one of the top voted ones in our poll on our website. So that's what we chose to be the headliner for the show. Other ones, it's set with the licensor and part of the agreements.
Excellent, excellent. Well, thank you very much for coming on, Aaron. We're very excited. You can check out more about Arcade1Up's offerings. There are many offerings and growing at Arcade1Up.com.
That's correct.
And we will be back with more live interviews in just a moment. I am your host, David L. Craddock, Blake Morris, reviews editor. And if you like this content, go to Shacknews.com, check out our Mercury subscription for as low as $1 a month. You can open up even more content like this. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.